The chimpanzee had taken stimulants and somehow managed to beat the T-Rex to the brink of death. In retaliation, the T-Rex's companion, transforming into a demon, slaughtered the entire chimpanzee tribe, leaving no survivors. As Nick stared at the lifeless T-Rex, tears streamed down his face. This was only the second time the mightiest warrior of prehistoric times had ever cried. The first was when he witnessed the death of his wife and child. This time, it was for the T-Rex that had been by his side for so long. But since there was nothing he could do, he had no choice but to accept reality. Silently, he turned to leave the valley. Just then, the T-Rex suddenly coughed up blood. A spark of hope reignited in Nick's heart. He pressed his ear against the T-Rex's chest and detected a faint heartbeat. Determined to save his only prehistoric companion, Nick rushed to gather water reserves from the ape tribe's supplies. Now, the T-Rex had a chance. But suddenly, Nick sensed danger. He turned to see vultures already scavenging the corpses of the fallen apes. Quickly grabbing the supplies, he hurried back to the T-Rex's side, feeding it water to revive its consciousness. Seeing the T-Rex's wounds, Nick immediately began mixing mud and smeared it over the injuries. This was to mask the scent of blood and prevent vultures from attacking. Sure enough, before long, the vultures returned with their flock, swarming the valley. To be safe, Nick decided to move the T-Rex to a secure location. But the dinosaur's massive size made it impossible to lift. Then, spotting bamboo in the distance, Nick had an idea. First, he dug a deep pit beside the T-Rex, then laid a row of bamboo inside, binding them together with vines. And just like that, the first prehistoric stretcher was born. With the sky darkening from the vulture's shadows, Nick knew they couldn't stay. Gritting his teeth, he mustered all his strength and finally managed to roll the T-Rex onto the stretcher. As the vultures began testing their luck with probing attacks, Nick unleashed every ounce of his power. He was actually dragging a dinosaur. Guess the title Dragon Knight wasn't just for show. For those who know math and physics, feel free to calculate just how strong Nick really is.